Hello everyone, myself Dr. Sriparna Saha, and on this lecture series we are going to talk about how to implement some of the well-known algorithms using MATLAB. So this is the first lecture of this lecture series. Today the topic is to implement backpropagation neural network, that is BPNN, using MATLAB. I hope you are already familiar with the algorithm of the BPNN. So for the BPNN, first you need a feature vector. So this is the feature vector. So the feature vector that is named as FV that is in the Excel format. Here the number of rows denote number of features extracted per sample. Number of columns denote number of classes multiplied by the number of samples taken from each class. So if there are C number of classes and from each class S number of samples have been taken, then C cross S, that is the multiplication of C and S, that is the value, that will be the number of columns. Next you need a target vector. Target vector, that is the vector that denotes in which class the particular sample belongs. Here you can see that is for each column there is only one is there. So that means each column denotes one particular sample feature values for this particular FV vector. Now if that particular sample belongs to one particular class, so that point in the target vector the value will be 1 to represent which class it belongs. One sample cannot belong to more than one class. So all the other rows in that particular column will be 0. For our example, the target vector is named as target and it's in the Excel format as well. So here the number of rows should denote the number of classes and number of columns denote number of classes multiplied by the number of samples taken from each class. Next you need a unknown feature space where you need to calculate what is the testing result, or if for accuracy calculation you need this unknown value. So earlier these two vectors, that is the FV vector and as well as the target, these are used in the training part, and for the testing we need this unknown vector. For this particular example it is named as unknown and it is in the Excel format as well. Here it is a only particular one column. Why one column? That we are going to check for only one particular instance or one particular sample, but the number of rows denote the number of features extracted per sample. So just check here. So feature vector FV and unknown vector unknown both have same number of rows denoting number of features extracted per sample. Here the value is 1200, that is the 1200 features have been extracted per sample. Now the feature vector FV and target vector target both have equal number of columns denoting number of classes multiplied by the number of samples taken from each class. Here the number of classes is 16 and number of samples taken from each class is 4. So what will be the number of columns? 16 multiplied by 4. And here in the Excel sheet it goes up to BL column number. Now as I already told, you need to put 1 to represent when that particular sample belong to one particular class. That is for the target vector. Now we have came to the code. So first line of the code is clear all. What is the meaning of that thing? That is whatever with the variables already created in the workspace by the MATLAB by running some previous codes, that will be cleared by this particular instruction. Next is close all. If by the previous code some figures have been generated, so that will be closed to deal with the or to neglect the ambiguity, that is what is your particular output of this particular code. CLC. That is the command window. In the command window, suppose there are some results have been displayed by the previous code. So that will be clear. Next, input is equal to, that is the input is going to take the Excel read of FV vector, and the target will going to read the Excel format from the target. Now, to know that how much time it takes to run this particular BPNN code or any code, we need this function called tick-tock. You can see at line number 7 and line number 24. These are the two parts where you can write the tick-tock commands in any particular code to note down how much time you are going to take for running this particular code. Now, we have designed this particular neural network with hidden layer size of 10, and we have used feed-forward neural network, that is the net has been designed with feed-forward net, and hidden layer size that has been prescribed by 10, and that is training GD, that is the gradient descent. Now the parameters have been defined, that is first is that is the learning rate. Learning rate is that is the alpha value, that is normally denoted by this alpha, that has been given as 0.05. Now the how many number of times this particular code is going to run, that is a 3000 number of times, that is the epochs. Now there is a call, that is when are going to stop this thing, what is our aim to reach, that is e to the power minus 5. Then we have divided the total training set into training ratio, validation ratio and testing ratio, and that is been done by, that is 70% of the training vector has been given to the train ratio, then 15% has been given for the validation and 15% for the testing. Now we have initialized the net, that is line number 16. In the line number 17 we are doing the training, line number 18 that is for the simulation, and line number 19 you are going to check what is the confusion matrix generated by this BPNN code. Line number 20 is for generation of the regression plot. Line number 21 that is going to show you what is the error. Line number 22 that shows the mean square error. Line number 23 that going to plot the ROC curve, and line number 24 that is going to give you the time, what is the total time. As I already told, the line number 7 and line number 24 that need to be written in a coupled format. You cannot remove one particular line between 7 or 24 to get the total time required to run this particular code. You need both the two codes present, one at the start position and one is the end position. So starting will be using tick and stop will be by tock to get that how much time it requires to run this particular code. So I hope you are understood that is there are three plots we are going to generate. One plot is for the confusion matrix, one plot for that is given in the line number 19, another plot for the regression that is given in line number 20, another plot to give you the ROC curve that is line number 23. So that is the everything that we have done till now, that is based on the training data. That is, you have a FV and the target, both Excel file have been divided into 70% ratio, 15% ratio and 15% ratio for train, validation and test. Now we are going to check, that is we have already checked what is the error has been generated, how much is the confusion, that is for the training part. Now it comes for the testing that has been done in line number 26. Here the unknown feature vector that is of 1 column and 1200 rows. I hope you remember that unknown Excel file has been read and then the result has been displayed by the line number 27. This is the BPNN code using MATLAB toolbox. Now what are the outputs we are going to get? So whenever you are going to run this particular code, so it is the first image that you can see in this slide that going to show you that the code is started running, and here you can see that is the input. Just check the first neural network here, that is the input has 1200 feature. So that has been written. Then in the hidden layer, there are 10 hidden layers are there, right? Then in the output, how many classes are there? 16. So that is the output is 16. Now we have data division has been done by randomly. Training has been done by gradient descent, that I already told, that is in the line number 9. In the line number 9 we have give this train GD, that symbolizes gradient descent. And performance has been measured by mean squared error, right? And the epoch, that is the total number of time the code can run, that is a 3000, that came for this particular code of line number 11. Now the time, that how much time it takes, that has been done by TikTok. Then the performance measure is there, that is given in this code in line number 12. Then the gradient is calculated, then same thing has been given in the code here. Then the validation checks. Now there are different plots. How to get the different plots? There are different points are there: performance, training state, error histogram, and regression. How to generate the plots using these we are going to go. Then this is the first image, shows that the code is started running. So here that is the training neural network. After it is been completed running, that is the validation stop. Then you can get the second image. Here just check that how many epochs it run to train this, that is the 1301. Total time required is 12 seconds. And the performance value is given, final gradient value is given to you, validation checks how many have been done, that has been given to you. That is the second image. And the last has been given, that is the validation stop has been done. So that is going to show you that is the training has been completed. Now this is the confusion matrix that you are going to get, from line number 19. Next, from the next line you are going to get the regression plot. So that is the line number 20. And by the line number 23 you must have got the ROC plot. And just remember one thing, we are not saying that our code or the features we have given or the classes has been generated that are very perfect. Our code is going to give you 90% accuracy. This is just a sample code, so the accuracy need not to be very high, but this is just to show you how to run the BPNN using MATLAB toolbox. So after this, that you have checked in this particular slide, that is the after completion of the total training of the neural network, you are going to get with the second image from this particular slide. So here you can see there are 4 plots that you can generate after the total training, that is the performance, training state, error histogram, and regression. So now we are going to get the 4. That is, you need to click in this particular point, performance. Just click on the performance, you are going to get this particular graph and representing the values for the training, validation, test for 1301 epochs. Next, if you click the training state, you are going to get this plot, and you can see that is the gradient is falling. So this is a good training example. Next, you are going to check the error histogram by clicking in this error histogram point. So this is the error histogram, and that is for the training, validation, and test. For both the 3 cases, you are going to get your error histogram. Next, you need to click this regression point. So you are going to get these 4 regression plots for 4 different R values. Okay, that is for the training value, that is for the testing, and for the test, and then for combining the all 3. So this is how you can run BPNN, that is a backpropagation neural network, using MATLAB toolbox. If you have any doubt, feel free to comment in this video. Thank you everyone, and happy studying.